Welcome back once again to the first round of Swiss pairings in The Friendly. Today we'll be seeing FadedOasis's Psychic Normal deck taking on Dutch's Fighting Flying Squad, Sage's Ghost Grass team fighting Kallisti's Fairy Fire Blitz, and Ariachiba's Normal Psychics taking on Trev's Water and Grass Gen 1 team. Starting off with Faded and Dutch, Faded has a similar problem to Liquid Courage where he has one Pokemon that is just not going to contribute a whole heck of a lot. That Abra only carrying one move and a very weak first evolution stage of a Pokemon. That's there for thematic accuracy more than it is strategic value as far as I can tell. Kind of putting Faded down a Pokemon in this match. There's at least one dark Pokemon opposite a mostly Psychic squad, so that's going to be something that's a little rough as well if Pangoro can exert his influence, but let's see if Faded's deck can surprise Dutch's squad, which I think is the odds-on favorite to win this match, but let's see how the match goes. Alright, Dutch is going to lead with Sirfetch'd, and Faded with Chansey. There's a knockoff, taking away the Eviolite, but Toxic is going to slowly eat away at Sirfetch'd, and Chansey doing what it does, setting up Stealth Rock, setting up Toxic, and using Soft Boiled to heal itself, so that is Chansey to a T. Mr. Mime also going to take a knockoff in the face, losing its Light Clay, so its screens will not be as effective as otherwise. But a double switch here. Corviknight going to defog, getting rid of the Stealth Rocks, and Chansey just going to heal up to full. Body Press does over half, but Stealth Rocks return to the battlefield. Mr. Mime defeated by Corviknight, so our first knockout here. Kadabra, a strong move in Zap Cannon, but it's a 50% accuracy chance. It's a very risky Pokemon. Coin Flip fails twice, and Brave Bird is going to kill that Kadabra. Here's the ace of Faded Squad, an Alakazam that's going to set up with a Nasty Plot. Critical hit U-turn. Can Alakazam outspeed the Iron Valiant? Probably not because of that Quark Drive. Quark Drive ability with that booster energy is going to boost its strongest stat, which in Iron Valiant's case is speed. And so Iron Valiant going to take yet another kill on the Chansey as well thanks to that high speed. Close combat, super effective into Kangaskhan, and that leaves only the poor little Abra holding its air balloon. It does Terrastalize Stellar, but I'm not even going to have time to explain what that means, as Moonblast is going to kill the Abra and secure the victory 6-0 for Dutch. No underdog comeback in this one, unfortunately. Unless you're Dutch, in which case, fortunately. Alright, in our next battle, we have Sage, a Ghost and Grass team, the Haunted Forest theme, as I was told, against Kallisti's Fairy and Fire squad. Sage's squad is largely very damaged by fire moves. Chandelure is the one exception there, but it's going to be an uphill battle. There's a Steel type on the Fairy Fire team that's going to be able to deal with the fairy moves on Mismagius. It's just another one that looks rough from the outset, but Sage's team does include some very bulky and some very unique Pokemon, so let's see if he can make them work and steal a win away from Kallisti. Alright, Kallisti gonna lead with Heatran. That's probably a solid idea with the fire affecting basically everything. Stealth Rock sets up so that all of Sage's swaps are gonna hurt him. Magma Storm gonna trap Mismagius in, and Heatran not taking too much damage from those Shadow Balls. A missed Magma Storm will give Mismagius another chance to do something. Can it be more effective than a Shadow Ball? No, it's exactly as effective as a Shadow Ball because it's a Shadow Ball. So Heatran takes the first kill. Chandelure not going to be bothered by Magma Storms, but Sylveon will come in, bulky enough to take at least 2 Shadow Balls and live. Does exactly take 2 Shadow Balls, and then Wish Protect is going to give it a chance to heal. So there's that heal from the Wish a turn later after Protect stops Sage from doing any damage. What will Sylveon do now? Calm Mind. Trevenant is a physical attacker, so that's not going to bother Trevenant. Poison does hit Sylveon very effectively. Hyper Voice comes out. again, because of Pixelate, turns that to a fairy move, so the otherwise normal move that wouldn't hit a ghost does hit in this instance. Poltergeist misses, but Shadow Ball brings Ceruledge down to the Focus Sash. There's been a lot of use of that Focus Sash in this tournament, and once again it saves a Pokemon long enough to get a kill. Ceruledge picks up the Life Orb of Chandelure and bonks it to death with it. Shadow Sneak, priority move that goes first, will get the burn on Gourgeist, and then Heatran will finish it off with a fire move. Magma Storm also going to impact Tropius pretty badly, but Tropius eats its Citrus Berry, gets down a Leech Seed for some healing, and the Harvest will let it eat yet another Citrus Berry. Tropius' ability is a coin flip every turn to regrow a berry that it's already eaten. If it's in harsh sunlight, then it will definitely do it, but no chance to continue that as Tropius gets killed by Ceruledge after taking down Heatran. And Bitter Blade gonna get yet another kill for Ceruledge. Light heals for it since it's only dealing a little bit of damage. But Delmai's turning into Steel. It's not going to be killed, and it does take down the Ceruledge, so Delmai's is gonna have to run the gauntlet here, taking down 5 Pokemon in a row, and it just won't have enough. And Amorous comes in with the Earth Power, finishes off Sage in a 6-2 fashion. Kallisti gets the win. In our third match of the day, we have Ariachiba's Normal and Psychic team facing off against Trev's Water and Grass Gen 1 team. Kind of hard to say here. I would say there's at least a little bit of advantage to Ariachiba thanks to there being 2 poison types on Trev's team. So the Psychic moves are going to be very damaging into Victory Bell and Venusaur. Ultimately, interesting to see how Hisuian Zoroark is used. Whenever that comes out, it will be as a disguise of another Pokemon. So that will be interesting to see when Ariachiba chooses to use that. But let's see who takes the win here. And Trev gonna lead Blastoise, Ariachiba with Necrozma, and immediately swapping to Farigiraf. Farigiraf very bulky, takes the Body Slam with ease. Blastoise setting up, Shell Smash increases attack, special attack, and speed by 2 stages, and the White Herb gets rid of the defense drops. Body Slam lands again, but Citrus Berry brings some healing. Hyper Voice does quite a bit, but the Iron Tail from Blastoise finishes it off. Obstagoon's gonna Obstruct, which is a protective move that also reduces the defense of a Pokemon that hits it, and the Burn will improve the Guts Facade attack. Aqua Jet does deal quite a bit before Blastoise goes down, and Executor comes into a knockoff, losing its Citrus Berry. Leech Seed gonna heal it up a little, and the Burn gonna finish off the Obstagoon, so 2-1 right now, still in Trev's favor. Necrozma with a Dragon Dance. Enough to take Vaporeon down to 1/4 of its health. Acid Armor's a bit little, a bit late here, I'd say. And Photon Geyser, quite the move, blows up Vaporeon. Gyarados comes out, intimidating down Necrozma, but it's just going to Dragon Dance again. And we have a Dragon Dance-Off! Necrozma and Gyarados getting down on the battlefield. Gyarados stops first and lands a critical hit Waterfall, taking Necrozma out. Waterfall going to be super effective into Lunatone with the speed and attack boost from that Dragon Dance that it got. Gyarados is just eliminating everything. And oh no, the Hisuian Zoroark came out last, so it couldn't disguise as anything, and it was still not strong enough to take a Waterfall in the face from the already boosted Gyarados. Trev's Gyarados just pops off and kills 4 Pokemon quite deadly. Dragon Dance Gyarados really being used to its fullest there, as Trev takes the win 6-2. Congratulations are in order for this video to Dutch, Kallisti, and Trev. In the next video, we'll have the final 2 matches in Swiss Round 1, followed by the pairings for Swiss Round 2. Stick around.